Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody at the grocery store talks about. When shelves go empty, protein becomes power. Not vitamins, not snacks, protein. And in a real crisis, fresh meat disappears fast. No refrigeration, no supply trucks, no second chances. That's where canned meat quietly separates the prepared from the panicked. The crazy part is most people stock the wrong cans, cheap fillers that look fine now but fail hard when it actually matters. Let's be honest, survival isn't about gourmet meals or fancy freeze-dried kits with a 5-year payment plan. It's about calories, protein, shelf life, and reliability. Canned meat has fed armies, survived wars, and carried families through depressions for a reason. It works. But here's the problem. Not all canned meats are equal. Some are prepper gold, dense, versatile, long-lasting fuel your body actually needs. Others are overpriced, nutritionally weak, or loaded with junk that'll leave you hungry, sluggish, or worse. That's why we're breaking it down. The 5 canned meats every prepper swears by, and 3 you should absolutely think twice about before trusting them with your survival. These aren't opinions, they're lessons learned the hard way by people who've been through shortages, blackouts, and supply chain shocks. Let's get into it. First up, canned chicken, the protein everyone sleeps on. And that's a mistake. Let's start with a truth that annoys a lot of hardcore preppers. Canned chicken is one of the smartest survival foods you can own, and the people mocking it are usually the least prepared when things actually go sideways. When disaster hits, your body isn't thinking about comfort or trends, it's thinking about fuel. Sugar gives you a temporary spike but crashes fast. Carbs burn quickly and leave you hungry, and fat, while important, is slow to convert and easy to overdo. Protein, on the other hand, is the survival MVP. It preserves muscle, keeps energy steady, supports immunity, and keeps your brain sharp when stress hormones spike. Canned chicken delivers clean, predictable protein in every serving. It isn't glamorous, but it works. And in blackouts, food shortages, or weeks of disrupted supply chains, that reliable protein can literally be the difference between functioning and breaking down. The versatility of canned chicken is where it quietly dominates. You can toss it into rice, lentils, pasta, or noodles to stretch meals while still hitting your protein targets. It adds substance to soups and stews when fresh meat is long gone, enriching broths and providing essential amino acids. Shred it for wraps, flatbreads, or emergency tacos, or eat it cold if fire or power isn't an option. No thawing, no trimming, no guessing. Every can is predictable, and in a survival situation, predictability often matters more than flavor. Canned chicken is also gentle on the digestive system. Stress, irregular meals, and fatigue all affect digestion, and greasy, heavily processed meats can quickly turn into a problem without medical care. Chicken is mild, familiar, and digestible, making it a safe choice for children, elderly family members, or anyone already running on adrenaline. One of the smartest advantages of canned chicken is its low-fat profile, which makes it surprisingly strategic. Many preppers obsess over fat-heavy meats like Spam or sausage, and while fat is important, relying on it alone under stressful conditions can leave you sluggish, nauseous, and struggling to recover. Canned chicken provides high-quality protein without overloading fat intake, allowing you to pair it with oils, ghee, or nuts when extra calories are needed, and maintain lean protein when your body is already stressed. This isn't just eating, it's tactical nutrition. Second, canned tuna, the most underestimated survival meat in your pantry. Canned tuna doesn't get the respect it deserves in prepper circles, and that's exactly why it should be at the top of your emergency food list. Most people dismiss it as diet food or a quick office lunch, but in a real crisis, tuna is one of the most efficient, versatile protein sources you can store. Lightweight, affordable, widely available, and brutally practical, it delivers everything a survivalist needs without unnecessary frills. Protein that fuels your body and keeps it functioning under pressure, not empty calories masquerading as a solution. Shelf life is another quiet but powerful advantage. Properly stored canned tuna can last years beyond its printed date, which is why it's been a staple in military rations and emergency preparedness kits worldwide.
It requires no refrigeration, no special handling, and almost no preparation. You open a can and it's ready to eat. Fuel in the simplest, most reliable form. In a survival scenario, that kind of predictability is priceless. Then there's the often overlooked nutritional edge, omega-3 fatty acids. These aren't health food nonsense. In long-term stress situations, your body and mind take hits. Sleep deprivation, anxiety, decision fatigue, and physical exhaustion all pile up quickly. Tuna supports cognitive function and muscle recovery, helping your brain stay sharp and your body stay resilient. When chaos hits, clear thinking often keeps people alive longer than brute strength ever could. Some argue that tuna is too lean, but that misses the point entirely. Lean protein gives you control over your nutritional strategy. You can add fats like oils, ghee, or other stored calories when you need extra energy without being forced to take on excess fat unnecessarily. That's why smart preppers keep both versions of tuna in their kits. Tuna in water for low-sodium, hydration-friendly meals, and tuna in olive oil for higher calories, fat supplementation, or even emergency cooking fuel. That oil isn't wasted. It's a multi-purpose survival tool that can be added to meals or used creatively when resources are tight. Third, canned Spam and luncheon meat, the meat everyone mocks until they're hungry. Spam is arguably the most disrespected survival food on the planet, and that in itself should tell you something. People laugh at it, call it mystery meat, and insist they would never touch it. Yet in every real hunger scenario, it's often the same critics who are first to disappear from the table when supplies run low. The reason preppers swear by Spam isn't nostalgia or irony, it's reliability. This meat refuses to fail. It sits on shelves for decades without refrigeration, requires no preparation, and demands no babysitting. Spam has survived wars, economic depressions, island sieges, and supply chain collapses, precisely because it keeps showing up when everything else is gone. One of the aspects that critics hate to admit is that fat matters in survival, not in the gym sense of clean eating or calorie counting, but as pure functional fuel. When calories are scarce, fat is premium energy. Spam delivers both fat and protein in one dense, shelf-stable block, which keeps your body warm, energized, and functional for longer stretches, especially in cold, high-stress, or physically demanding conditions. Perhaps the biggest tactical advantage of Spam is that it doesn't require fire. That simple fact makes it a literal lifesaver. No fuel, no smoke, no attention, no light. It can be eaten straight from the can in total darkness while you stay on the move. In many survival scenarios, fire is a liability. It attracts attention, wastes energy, or may simply be impossible to maintain. Spam sidesteps all of that. It adapts to the environment rather than forcing the environment to adapt to itself. Fourth, canned corned beef, heavy fuel for hard times. Canned corned beef isn't subtle, and that's exactly why serious preppers respect it. This is not light emergency food. This is work food, the kind you eat when days are long, labor is brutal, and calories actually matter more than comfort. One can delivers a serious punch of fat, protein, and salt in a compact package. When food is scarce, you don't want meals that leave you hungry an hour later. Corned beef sticks with you. It warms you up, slows calorie burn, and keeps your energy stable when your body is under constant stress. The flavor isn't just a luxury, it's strategic. Morale collapses faster than supplies. Bland food kills appetite, and a body that won't eat is a body that weakens fast. Corned beef's strong, familiar taste makes people eat even when stress, anxiety, or fatigue would normally shut hunger down. That alone makes it valuable in prolonged emergencies. Fifth, canned salmon and sardines, the survival meat that thinks long-term. Canned salmon and sardines don't look intimidating, and that's why many people underestimate them. They're small, oily, and unglamorous, but nutritionally they outperform almost every other canned meat on the shelf. Serious preppers keep them not for short-term hunger, but for long-haul survival. Nutrient density is the key, not just protein, but complete nutrition. Omega-3 fatty acids support brain function, reduce inflammation, and help regulate mood. Critical when stress, poor sleep, and uncertainty become daily conditions. In long emergencies, mental clarity can decline faster than physical strength. These fish help slow that decline. Then there's the bones, something most people complain about but preppers understand. Bones mean calcium. When fresh dairy disappears and supplements run out, bone health quietly degrades. Weak joints, cramps, brittle teeth. These problems don't kill fast, but they compromise long-term survival.
Now for the 3 canned meats you should think twice about. First, low-quality canned turkey, the illusion of protein. Canned turkey sounds like a smart prepper choice. It's lean, familiar, and marketed as a healthier alternative to other canned meats. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most low-quality canned turkey is survival theater. It looks useful until you actually need it. The biggest problem is water weight. Many canned turkey products are pumped full of broth, gel, and fillers, leaving you with shockingly little real meat. You open the can expecting protein and end up with salty soup and shredded scraps. In normal times, that's annoying. In a crisis, it's dangerous. Protein density matters in survival. When you're stressed, underfed, and burning calories faster than usual, your body needs concentrated nutrition, not diluted meals. Second, canned ham with added fillers, salt without substance. Canned ham looks like a solid survival choice. It's pork, it's fatty, it's familiar. But here's the trap. A huge percentage of canned ham on the market isn't real ham. It's processed filler wearing a ham costume. And in a survival situation, that deception costs you energy, water, and time. The ingredient list reveals binders, starches, sugars, modified proteins, flavor enhancers. None of these feed you in a meaningful way. They exist to bulk up the product, improve texture, and cut costs. Third, gourmet specialty canned meats. Survival theater, not fuel. Gourmet canned meats like pork loin and gravy, fancy braised beef, or premium pâtés look impressive on a prepper shelf. They're shiny, flavorful, and appealing. But here's the truth that most survival guides won't admit. They're largely useless when the lights go out or shelves empty. These products prioritize taste over fuel. A small can of braised pork might weigh a lot, but delivers fewer calories and less protein than the same size can of Spam or corned beef. Even the best canned meats won't save you if you handle them wrong. Always practice first in, first out rotation. Use the oldest cans first and push new ones to the back. Inspect every can before storing and again before using. Dented, bulging, or rusted cans are dangerous. Never gamble with questionable cans. Balance your nutrients by pairing meats with grains, beans, or dried vegetables. Store everything in cool, dark, dry conditions away from heat and moisture. And stock smaller cans alongside larger ones for easier rationing and portion control. The ones who ignore these essentials end up hungry and scrambling. The ones who actually prep stay strong, focused, and fueled, ready for anything that comes their way. These aren't just cans on a shelf, they're lifelines.